What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another beautiful day on Taking a Risk with Georgia. Today is an amazing day. We are so excited. We're getting back a member of our family, and you guys get to come with us. Like every other day, this day also begins before our real day begins. I always have to come out here, dump the tanks, just about like every other day or every other 3 days. Like, good Lord. What are we feeding you kids?
Good morning, everyone. I literally just got off the phone with the collision repair shop, and our truck is ready! So Jackson is finishing up school, and then we're gonna get dressed and we're gonna go pick up our truck.
All right, so here it is, the Airmanson dishwasher. Look at that beautiful box, and this thing has some weight to it. It's not too unmanageable, but you know what? I've got a better idea than just carrying this inside. And that's what this is for. Gotta get it in this tight little space now. Alright, we got everybody loaded up for the last time. We're taking the Armada out, but we're going to get our truck back. Woo! Oh my goodness. So excited.
About time.
Definitely about time. We definitely love this beautiful car. I'm stroking her one last time, but ooh, she's a little pricey, a little bit high maintenance for me. I'm ready to get our girl back, so let's go. All right, before we turn this in, I do have to show you guys the Honey figured out something so incredibly cool about this car. Watch this. The rear view mirror becomes a rear view camera. How absolutely nuts with just a flick of a switch. Boop. Mirror, camera. Oh. Mirror, camera. Mirror, camera. And believe it or not, it makes things look closer than they are in real life. I'm not really inside of my porch right there, as you can see. Crazy. As you can see, we have quite the journey ahead of us just to get our baby, but it's so totally worth it. Let's go.
All right, y'all. So a little bit about why we're going and getting the truck. I was in a car accident. It was just Baron and I. We are both safe and healthy. Whenever we got into the accident, the Highway State Patrol had our truck towed to a random lot. It did take me a little while to figure out where the truck was, because on the paper that the Highway Patrol officer provided to me, that's not where the truck was. I had to go to the lot where the truck is. I had to sign the paperwork. That way the repair body shop could actually pick up the truck and had the authorization to do that, which was extremely weird to me, because the laws in Ohio are way different. We didn't have a car to get there. I didn't have a car to even get back to George and Evelyn and Jackson and Yasmin, so that was kind of crazy. We had to call an Uber. I priced out that was going to be an expensive trip, to say the least. We reached out to a couple family members that I have here in Florida, but they're over 2 hours away, and that just wasn't going to work. All right, so George reached out to his sister from What the Hills, and she was able to provide an amazing resource. Her name is Maria. George called her. She was absolutely, she was getting dressed, ready to come and get me, to take me back to the kids and to him. However, I was able to have the tow truck actually take me back to our RV before he took the truck to the lot. All of this happened 2 days before Thanksgiving on a Tuesday, and of course the next day was Wednesday, and I was calling all over the place, and every place was closed. Everything. All body shops, the police station, no one was answering. No one was answering for the lot. So then the next day was Thursday, which is Thanksgiving Day. Of course, nothing was open that day. So we were completely stranded for 2 entire days with no vehicle at all in our 400 square foot RV. It was crazy, but we actually survived and did really good. The kids are really good. For Thanksgiving dinner, what did we have?
Leftovers.
Because George and I, we obviously live in the RV. We don't stock up for months or whatever. We had planned to go to the grocery later that day, Tuesday, the day of the accident, to get actually Thanksgiving dinner. However, the accident happened. We were stranded without a car, and we had to eat pizza on Thanksgiving Day. Yes, pizza. All right, so finally on Friday, I got a hold of everybody that I needed to because everybody was finally open. The insurance adjuster, the Caliber Collision, which is who repaired my truck, my grandma's friend, Tiff, who was actually helping me with transportation, and I got a hold of the impound lot. I picked a repair shop that was close to the impound lot because we didn't have a rental vehicle and I didn't want to have to depend on everybody to drive me everywhere. So I was able to contact Caliber Collision. So now that I found out where the car was and got a hold of the repair shop, I needed to figure out how I was going to get the truck from the impound lot to the repair shop. To get the car from the impound lot to the Caliber Collision, the repair body shop, I had to go in person without a vehicle to sign this paperwork. There was no way of getting around it. The impound lot was over 30 minutes away and I was absolutely not spending money on an Uber. So I reached out to my grandma and she did tell me that one of her snowbird friends are actually only 20 minutes away. So I did reach out to her, and thank you so much to Tiff for coming and rescuing me and taking me to sign the paperwork, and then also taking me to the rental car and picking up a rental car. Okay, so the next day I called Caliber Collision to make sure that they actually received the vehicle, which they had. And then she told me, I was asking a bunch of questions like, how long is it going to take to get an estimate on exactly what's wrong with it? How long can like specific repairs take? I also asked about the model of our truck. Like, is there any specifics that would maybe like hold us back or anything along those lines? First, she told me it was going to take about 7 business days for us to receive the estimate back. And then she said because our truck is a GMC product, if there is any frame damage to the truck at all, it could take up to 2 to 3 months because all of GMC's like frames are all on back order. And I nearly had a panic attack because 2 to 3 months was not going to work because we obviously are traveling. With this specific membership that we have with 1,000 Trails, the Elite membership, we're only allowed to stay a maximum of 21 days, non-peak season. Keep that in mind, non-peak season, maximum of 21 days without needing to move somewhere else. On top of that, this beautiful rental car is not cheap at all, over $600 a week. So them having our truck from 2 to 3 months, possibly, if not longer, put George and I through so much anxiety, and it was nuts. Like, we were on top of my phone just waiting for that call on what the diagnosis was of the truck. Where in the heck did you just take us?
Me? That was your GPS, and you're the one that put it in. Apparently, it took us to someplace with a Starbucks and a Target.
Starbucks and a Target. You all know that was my game. All right, we're only 2 minutes away from picking out.
So excited.
You're so pumped. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I see this sign.
Oh, I see her.
You
Is that her just sitting out front?
Please be, please be.
Oh, that's our baby, I think.
There.
Oh, she looks wonderful.
Is look at her.
Oh yeah, that's our lint roller in the front there.
So another cool feature, it is pretty annoying, but we have multiple different cameras, but they go off for everything. How annoyed do you get?
It's really irritating because you're trying to carefully pull into a spot and this thing would just start beeping, beep, 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 and then all these cameras start flashing, so it takes your eyes off what you're doing, and it could cause an accident, but as a seasoned driver, you know, I don't want to do that. All right, so while the honey runs in to go actually do all the paperwork that's associated with the truck, I'm gonna fill you guys in with the rest of the story of what happened. So we were calling day after day trying to find out what type of damage this thing is gonna have, what type of repairs we're gonna need, how much it's gonna cost. Thank goodness it was insurance, so it really didn't matter. But you know, of course, we don't wanna rack it up too much because I'm not sure how insurance works in most cases, but if you use too much, it used to be back in the day they'd cut you off or they'd raise your rates. I don't know if it's like that anymore. We hope it's not. So anyways, after getting that notification that it was going to be maybe 2 to 3 months before we got our truck back, we were like on edge, just super anxiety. The next few days were so bad. We were like at each other's throats, kind of. I was being patient because of what happened. I didn't want to make her feel bad, but like we couldn't go anywhere until we got the rental, which made things a little bit smoother. But then I started worrying about how much it's going to cost for gas for the rental, how much it's going to cost actually for the rental itself, and then all other expenses that are going to come with this, because we did have to pay a towing company to actually move our RV, which was so weird. It was so cool, but so weird at the same time. I'm glad there's companies that can come out and do stuff like that. When they hooked up to our RV, I should mention this before I get to anything else, kind of funny, their truck was too low compared to where ours was, so they had to readjust all of their insides for their clamp and stuff like that. All right, so we get it to the new park and they get it situated for us, and now we're thinking like, what are we gonna do if it takes 2 to 3 months? Because then we're gonna have to have somebody else tow it and somebody else tow it. But luckily, the park that we're staying at now, we've made lots of friends somehow. This is anomaly for us, but we've been outside a lot, meeting with people and making relationships with people, and it's been a nice thing because so many of these nice couples were willing to tow us if we needed it. So thank you to all of them that were willing to do that. Thank goodness we don't have to do that anymore, because what a hassle. I don't want to put anybody through the hassle. I know so many people are kindness out of their hearts, they wouldn't mind doing that, but still for me it's like, oh, that's such a huge hassle, because if anything goes wrong, I don't want them to feel guilty or anything like that. So it's better that we get to do it, or a tow company gets to do it, but those are not cheap. Tow companies, to tow a fifth wheel that weighs as much as ours does is not cheap, even for a short period of time. Like, holy moly. So anyways, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally they tell us, we get a call. It was probably about a week later. So we found out there was no frame damage, thank the Lord, which meant that we would not have to worry about any framework or 2 to 3 months worth of work because of whatever part or any issue that they would run into. But we did find out that there was a part that we needed, something very important that was on back order, and it wasn't going to get in until January 11th. So now this is the end of November I'm talking about here. So we were going to have to wait for all of December, the beginning 2 weeks of January, before we were going to get our truck back. And the rental is by the week, and oh my goodness, that's 6 weeks just about of renting, and that wasn't going to cut it. So surprisingly enough, we get a text message just a few days ago telling us that our truck was ready, and the honey literally jumped for joy. Like, she almost went through the roof of the RV. She was just like, her mouth went like this, and she just jumped, and I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? Like, who's hurt? Like, where do we need to go? How do we need to respond? And she starts crying. She starts bawling. I'm like, what's going on? What is happening? Tell me. Who needs us? And she just says, God is good. She says, our truck is ready. And oh my goodness, I nearly burst into tears. And I just start looking, and I was like, God is so good. Like, this could not have been. It only took about 3 weeks to get the truck fully repaired. And I'm looking at it now, and she looks pristine. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to show you guys. All right, so there's the first look. Everything looks fantastic. Like, this was not anything what it looks like now. All of this was replaced. Everything had to be replaced on the front. The front end was completely smashed up. There are several components on the inside, which we'll get into later, that were damaged that they ended up fixing. And this thing looks beastly, like way more beastly than I remember. And I'm so excited. So excited to get back in her, get it driven around. I think we're going to get inside of it and we're going to clean it up. We do have to clean the rental as well, so we're going to do that, which there is a car wash right down the street with a vacuum. We're going to take advantage of that. We're going to get this all cleaned up, and we're going to move our life back into her. There it is. She got the keys. Everything is paid for. I'm so excited.
Let's go.
You want to drive it?
No.
All right, just sat down in the truck for the first time in over a month, and she stinks. There's definitely something making a stink back there. Man, look at that. They got the seats out of there and all those little quid crumbs. Man, all the stuff that was under the seats that we're gonna have to clean up and repair. And just food everywhere. Nathan's, I remember the last time we ate there. I am so happy with Caliber Collision. They really did a good job taking care of our truck and taking care of us. And this was honestly, as much as the anxiety and stress was, this was a pretty painless thing to go through. So I'm a little relieved about that. And of course, I'm super relieved that we're gonna get back on track with our lives and start living again. Ooh, she started up nice and pretty. Check her out. Good thing we got some gas. We got a little bit of driving to do before we get to where we need to. And oh, she's purring, sounding so nice. Now listen, I know I said some things about that rental when you weren't around about how much I liked it and how it was just so convenient. There was just so many different amenities that it came with, so many buttons and stuff. I promise you, she meant nothing to me, baby. Missed you. Missed you. I promise, baby. All she was a way to get from point A to point back to you. I promise. All right, so I finally found a vacuum, a spot. I drove around like 6 times. These places are always packed. And I'm in the back here just cleaning up, figuring out what to do with all this stuff. I got a box of trash right here, just all kinds of stuff that's got to go somewhere. And then I'm coming to where the kids sit, and oh my God, are these kids gross. Like, what is even in here? I should definitely be sticking my bare hand in there. I've already found sauce packets. I found rubber duckies. Looks like a bottle tab. Oh my goodness. What is this lid for? Oh my God, these kids. Animals. Animals. Destroying my baby. There's French fries right here that are still good to eat. Yum, yum, yum. Let's see what else we got. We got Halloween candy. This Halloween wasn't 3 months ago. Let's see, that pop tab that I can't seem to get my fingers on. Just sticking there. I'm getting ready to get this vacuum and just suck all this gunk out. I was hoping to get some of the bigger stuff that might not go in there or get caught, but look at that, a bottle cap, some potato chips. There's enough meals in here for like a week. All right, now that I finally got all the big items picked up, I found a lot of things that were lost. I found some lost Pokemon cards right there. I found the lost city of Atlantis somewhere in here. I found some more lost candy. I found my marbles somewhere around here. So let's get that vacuum in here. Just so satisfying. Get everything. Clean my baby. Yeah, attack it like a snake. Get in there. Yeah, get all that stuff. Yeah. Having to scrape this gunk up with my nail before this thing will eat it. Oh yeah, getting all the goodies. She might need a bath as well, and I can't think of a better occasion to give her one than her getting out of the joint. I got the seats cleared off and organized. Everything is back where it should be, just on the floor there. No, that is actually organized. I'm going to shove it under the chair here in a second. But I had to show you, I had a car seat cover on this thing for the longest time. And I swear, the few days that we take it off, and this is what happens. That's why car seat covers are important, especially with little kids. Now we got to deal with Mom's side of the vehicle. And of course, this is how it always looks, except for this. This is the only clean thing in here. We got all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely supposed to be in here. A used baby diaper that never made it into the trash somehow, and just been sitting here. Came in here to use the bathroom, found a washer dryer, like what the heck? And they ain't got no soap to wash my hands. But this being a car wash with free vacuums, it instantly gets a 10 out of 10 for one of the nicest, cleanliest bathrooms I've ever seen. They have signs everywhere that say please keep clean, so it's doing its job. All right, well, I was cleaning the truck, the honey was over here cleaning the rental, and you gotta look at this. Looks beautiful, almost pristine, like way better than when we got it, you know. It looks so much cleaner. There's not a speck of dust anywhere. Definitely no cockroaches in here. But you know, it looks good now. All right, we finally got both cars clean. You can see the honey's following me in the back. I've got the kids now. We're gonna go get something to eat, and then we're taking the car back to the rental company, and then it's back home. All right, the honey said she was super duper starving, so I gotta show you guys where we came. El Palacio Buffet, and we just walked in and it smells amazing. Price isn't too bad. You've got $15.99 since it is after 3. For 2 adults, we're spending about 50 bucks. All you can eat, all you can drink. Let's go. This place has a little bit of everything, and Jackson's over here trying a mussel. Look at that, he's got all seafood. Try it, buddy, let's see.
And I also got a spring roll.
Let's see.
Half eaten.
Oh, come on, just put that whole thing in your mouth and chew it. Chew, 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 chew. Oh, he's blown away. No way.
What's
you
it
like
taste
mussels?
like?
Shrimp!
Yeah,
shrimp?
it's seafood.
Ooh.
Evelyn's over here with her very first crawdad. Oh, yeah, that would make Uncle Wade so happy.
This is spicy.
It might be a little bit spicy. Do you know how to eat it?
Oh.
That works. Just go ahead and, just go ahead and tear into it.
Ooh, is it spicy?
Yeah, a little bit. This is a weird restaurant, I gotta say. It's got like Mexican, Chinese, American. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so I'm over here with a big old piece of chicken, some pork and rice, some green beans, and some beef nachos smothered in nacho cheese. And Mom's getting ready to go up there. I explained to her what type of dishes are up there. I'm gonna have to show you guys here in a second. Lots of feet. If you love feet, this is the place to eat. Oh my goodness, what are you eating?
I don't know, I'm nervous.
That's a big old piece of pork belly. It's just bacon. It really doesn't taste good. There's no way.
I literally don't understand.
What else did you get? That's a very minuscule plate for $18.
Green beans, a chicken roll.
Egg roll. At least you got some pork shoulder. All right, couldn't find anything authentic that you like. There's so many authentic dishes here, but a salad and some desserts I think is good enough.
These would be good.
All right, so here's a closer look at some of the food they have. They got stewed chicken, your taco station, you got some jalapenos and some pork chop chuletas, some mashed potatoes. I didn't see those earlier. You got your corn, your spaghetti and meatballs. Of course, it's a staple. Then over here, you've got your mashed plantains mango, your goat, your chivo. It looks good. Your steak, which of course is a popular one. Your mixed meats. I don't know what that is. You got your chicken gizzards. Oh, I should have tried some of that. You got all kinds of delicious good stuff over here. Look at that chicken feet soup. Over here on this one, you got all your Asian deliciousness, except for your buffalo wings, which made their way over here. But you got your fish and your shrimp and your crawdads. Oh, that looks so good. And on the last buffet, you've got all your American favorites, including those. Those are some of my favorites right there. And then you got your, some fried salami. Let's get into it. All right, so we're all done with that experience. It was definitely unique. I think Jackson had the biggest palate out of anybody, eating a bunch of those crawdads, the mussels, the clams, which I'm not a huge fan of the mussels and clams, but I do love me some crawdads every once in a while. But Mom was not happy, right, Mom? She's not into trying new foods.
I'm not into that type of food.
You don't like no pig feet? Chicken feet?
Tell
cow
me how
stomach?
many different feet you ate today.
I've had Yasmin's foot in my mouth earlier when I woke up. I'm sure your foot made it into my mouth when I was sleeping last night too. So, plenty.
I guess we're 2-0 then.
And those weren't even sanitary. At least these ones are cooked.
I guess you
They
can
picked
cook
the
them.
jam out before they put it in your mouth.
I hope.
All right, so the rental place closed 5 minutes before we got there. But here she is back home where she belongs, you beautiful, beautiful vehicle. All right, so now that I finally got it inside, we got to get it out of the packaging, and this thing fills this box perfectly. And oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to bust this styrofoam in here. That would be terrible. Little styrofoam bits everywhere, and there it is. It's white, just like you wanted.
That is awesome. I literally am so pumped for the air missing.
This is the TDQR03 series. That's awesome. The complete portable countertop dishwasher. There's the first look of it. That is a fresh unit. Absolutely beautiful. Check out that beautiful display. I can't wait to plug it in because this all lights up.
Wow. And wow, look at all, just like from this photo, like look at all these
You can literally
dishes
hook it up straight to your water, or all the dishes that it can hold. It holds like a full set of 4.
Crazy.
Perfect. All right, with its lightweight design, it's perfect for countertops. Ah, check that out. That is a nice little unit. It fits perfectly right next to
Perfect.
this giant load of dishes that we've been needing to get to, and with this, it'll be a breeze. All right, so now I'm going to turn it the right way now that you guys got a good look, and you can see all the accessories came on the inside, which we're going to check out here in a second. Actually, let me come over there and check that out with you. Let me see. Oh, thank goodness. Oh man, everything you need is just right in here. That's smart. Saves space. Oh, they got that strapped in there. That is a good strap.
You might have to get some scissors.
Get physical. There we go. There's your measuring. Your baskets for fruit and for baby washing and for normal washing. This thing does it all. I can't wait to stick some fruit in here and not have to worry about washing each individual piece, you know? It gets everything for you. Here's the connection if you want to hook it up to your water lines directly. That's absolutely awesome. One of these is the drainage hose.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm getting snacks in between shoots.
Snacks in between shoots?
Come on, I'm on company time. So one thing you definitely got to remember with these is it does need some place to drain. So you got to attach the drainage hose, which is super duper simple. All you're going to need is a screwdriver. It could either be a Phillips or a flat, doesn't matter. Make sure that ring is right up on that little bib that comes out and secure it on. There we go. Alright, make sure that doesn't come off. And then on the other side, it actually comes with a little suction cup so that when you put it in your drain, because we're going to have to put it in the sink, it's just going to suction cup to the sink and it'll never move. Alright, and the next step, what you're going to need to do is either hook up to your water source, which we're not going to do because this thing is going to have to move around. It can't just stay right here, but if yours can, that's great. So it does come with this little filler, this pitcher to fill up, and I believe this is 1.8 liters, and this holds 5 liters, so it should be about 3 of these.
Alright, so this is the dishwasher plugged in, and look at that cool light. This rack is for like smaller mugs or even baby bottles, maybe like the 4-ounce ones. And then you have your silverware contraption back there, and then you have your filter down here. This is literally exactly like a residential dishwasher, but in mini size.
Check out this beautiful display. Yes, it's covered in plastic. And look at how fresh that looks. Emerson is doing it right. I love that lit up power button like that. Now it's time to fill it with water. And I want to hear those chimes. Check. Alright, so here's one. And you fill it up until there's a chime.
You're making messes already.
It messed itself. Alright, here's number 2. This is so easy to pour. Like that is, I was expecting this to make a huge mess. I was like getting all ready because this is a small space. We don't want water everywhere, but this just flows out so nice and easily. Alright, that's 2.
Still no chimes.
Alright, and here's the 3rd. And I do need to mention that this does accept any type of detergent. You can use the pods, you can use the liquid, or you can use the powder. It takes all 3. There it is, almost perfect. There's just a little bit left. Check that out. That was beautiful. Seal this up.
Alright, so we were able to fit 6 mugs in total, 2 of our pot lids, 1 of our bigger pots, and then a kid's plate. Everything fits so nice in there.
Alright, so we've got our detergent in there. I'm going to close this up. Fits beautifully. Touch this. Oh,
wow, it's
cool.
blue.
Yeah, I like that blue LED. That's really nice. Alright, it's already set to normal, so it looks like it's going to be a 69-minute wash. Start it up.
That display is nice.
It's slick for sure.
Wow.
Oh, Oh, there it goes.
All right, and one of the really cool features is whenever you open this, it stops for safety, and then it starts back up once it's closed. No mess.
That was actually pretty cool.
And that was pretty cool, yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, I'm gonna do it one more time. It tells you the temperature right there.
Oh yeah,
of what it is.
113, very cool.
All right, so it has 5 different settings. All right, so here it is draining.
That's so cool.
There they are. Okay, so normal, speed, glass, baby care, and fruit. And fruit is kind of a weird one, but they give you this nifty basket. You put your fruit in here, and then you can wash your fruit. I've never seen a dishwasher that washes fruit before.
I'm
That's
excited
pretty
for
cool.
that one.
Yeah. It has a little bit of a longer hose. All right, we're on to the rinse cycle at 22 minutes.
And here it is. Everything is done. Check it out. That beautiful light. And it does have a very nice, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Those scratches are from us. That's not dirt or anything. Check out that lid. This plate was completely covered in barbecue sauce, and now it is nice and clean. There is a 72-hour cleaning function that you can turn on as well. I absolutely love the convenience of this little countertop dishwasher by Aronson. It's beautiful. If you want to get yourself one or somebody else one, make sure you check down in the description below. There is a link, and you will get a discount if you use the code that's in there as well.
The next day.
Alright, it's the next morning, bright and early, and we're getting ready to take the car back so we can finally enjoy our truck by itself. You ready, Mom?
Woo, let's go!
Let's go. Wow, we had to stop for some food and some drinks, right, Mom?
Heck yeah.
And this Wendy's over here on Claremont absolutely killed it. Actually, the Starbucks did too, didn't they?
It's so good.
Absolutely phenomenal food and service. It is just a little bit after 11, so I think we're getting like the freshest lunch possible, but... And they have a 50-piece nugget. Look at this monstrosity. Look at those nuggets. Just chilling. All right, we just pulled into the Enterprise. There she is right next to me. She's walking in right now. Enterprise. Got to drop it off. I'm pretty sure there's actually lines she was supposed to take it to, but she said she didn't know. She's just going to run in and take it to them, so that's what she's doing.